Alright, today we're going to be building the most budget-friendly PC that you can actually find online and buy parts and build it yourself. I didn't really use too many expensive products in this video, so I hope you guys stay tuned so you guys can see what I purchased, and I'll provide all the links in the description as well for all these products that I used. So if you want, stick around and I'll show you guys all the tips on to how to install everything here. So I hope you guys enjoy the video and leave a like, and yeah, let's get to it. Alright, to begin, let's start off with the case. We have a Cooler Master Masterbox Q300L model, and as you can see right off the bat, there is this little hub here on the side where the plastic case comes in. I was a little skeptical about this because I wasn't sure how it would be for cable management, but I did find a way around to avoid all that and avoid all that mess. So yeah, I started off with this case. It was $52 US dollars here in the United States, and overall I did not like it at first, but now since I kind of gotten used to it and setting my cables the right way, like I kind of don't mind it anymore. But in the box you'll see that it'll include all these screws, some zip ties as well, and just a bunch of instructions on how to install every single piece, such as your motherboard, your graphics card, your power supply, and even some fans. But obviously the fans did not come included with this case, which was a kind of a bummer, but I could also find a way around that and purchase other ones. But to start off, I got a Corsair 550 watt power supply. The stock one was around 300 or so, so I just decided to upgrade it. And as you can see, the graphics card is being held up by cards and these two erasers for now until I could find a stand here to prop this up, because it is a little heavy. This is a MSI RX 580 4GB. I'll give you all the links and everything in the description. I have a Wi-Fi PCE card right in there with the antennas in the back. And here's a CPU fan, an AMD fan. The heatsink is the same one. I just had an AMD cooler laying around that I can install on there. So yeah, that's my exhaust fan right there. Intake. And the good thing about this hub is that I could send the wires right in the middle here of these fans, and I can just throw it right to the back there and organize it. Also, it has 2 sticks of 8GB RAM, so in total 16 gigabytes. But yeah, that's all that's on here in the front. Not really too much. But for more info on the fans here, I bought these on Amazon as well. They range to $21. As you can see, it comes with the remote as well. You can turn them on and off, but they could still be running. And then you can just click it back on. And there's different modes here, so you can have different colors. There's many different options that you could do with this. As you can see, solid colors. On camera it looks a little bit more bright, but in person it looks really dark. So there's like a green, a blue, darker blue, purple, white, and then a mix. And you can also adjust the speed of that rotation of the color. So if I want to slow it all the way down, spamming the button, you can see it's really slow. Once you speed it up, so I'm pressing it here, it's really fast. And you can go down here to solid colors as well: blue, pink, green, red, orange, and another type of blue, a darker blue. Also white. White looks really nice, just to see all your components in there. You can also adjust the fan speed. Right now, I'll put it at the highest for you just to listen. And on the highest speed here, you can obviously hear it. It is pretty loud. But if you turn it down just one notch from the highest setting, you can see there's a big decrease in sound. And you can press it again, and then even still spinning pretty good. Let me just set it to a different color. But yeah, I like to keep it one setting below the highest, just because it's good airflow and it's quiet. So yeah, I have 1 intake, 2 intake, which leads to an exhaust here, And there's one up top here that you didn't see on the video, but the one on top actually came here on the side with the case. But I didn't see it was powerful enough, so I just added the one from the pack. As you can tell, the RGB ones came in a pack of 3. So yeah, here's the back panel. Obviously I shut it closed, but I could open that in a second just to show you. But yeah, the airflow is great. It also came with these dust filters or whatever they are called. But sometimes they're pretty convenient, but at the same time it restricts airflow. So I'm not really going to use them since I'll always be up to maintenance with the dust and cleaning in the fans. So that's not really an issue for me. So I don't really have to just throw those aside. I don't need to really use them. And for the keyboard, I am using a Red Dragon RGB mechanical keyboard, which I also purchased from Amazon as well. Here's the box. I bought this over a year ago. And for the mouse here, I'm using just a Razer Hyperspeed mouse. It is a Bluetooth or 2.4 wireless connection mouse. And you can see here's a little dongle piece, the receiver right on the front. And I haven't had any issues with it. It's a really great mouse. I'm right-handed, by the way. I'm just using my left hand to show you. But yeah, on Razer Synapse you can set these DPI settings to custom to pretty much anything. But yeah, I really like this mouse. I can also provide the link in the description for this as well, but you can use any mouse. This is just the mouse that I have. And the mouse pad here is also a Razer mouse pad. It's not big enough for this table, just for demonstration purposes, but like I said, I'll provide all the links in the description for you guys to go check it out. Alright, so here's the back view that I was going to show you guys. I took off the 4 little rubber screws here that hold the metal plate up. And here's the motherboard, the terabyte hard drive. Here's all of this cable management. I tried my hardest to zip tie everything, but as you can tell in this case there's a lot of clearance here. I forget the exact measurement that's here, but there's a lot of clearance to add extras, you know, like lights or SSD cards or, you know, all this extra cables. So here's the gym KB28 lights that I mentioned. Here's one little tip for these lights on the back. Oh, as you can see, it just disconnected. That's my fault but yeah, there's 2 magnets in here that come in, so when you hold it up to the metal plate, it'll stick like a magnet just to help you sort everything out. But I've noticed as soon as you plug that or you connect the magnet to here, these fans all turn off. And to solve that issue, you just peel back the sticker that's on the back, and then you'll see 2 little silver magnets on there. You can just take them off just to prevent any electrical issues or just issues like that with the fan. So, but yeah, that's what it looks like on the back. For me, it just doesn't look too bad, just considering it's my first ever PC that I really built. The only issue that I solved with with the case actually is that the fan screw holes that were already pre-cut in the case were a little bit too small. So I had to get a screwdriver and just start shaving away some extra metal just to make these screws fit. But with a little elbow grease, you know, that fit in well. Not just for these 2, but for all the fans actually. So that's something to look out for this type of case, or on this specific model actually. But here's all the cables. I tried my hardest to squeeze them in there. But yeah, that's what the back looks like. I don't know if I showed a top view. You can't really see too much in there. But yeah, that's what it looks like. So let's move on to the specs of the motherboard and the CPU temperature and everything that's going on inside the components in the computer itself. So I'm going to move over to my monitor, which will also show what kind of monitor I have. And yeah, let's get to that as well. Alright, so I'm on the desktop here on my computer, and we're going to go over to the Windows key, hit the settings, go to System. You're going to scroll all the way down to About, and then here on this page you will see the specifications on your computer. So you can see I have the Intel Core i5-4460 CPU, which runs at 3.20, and at the RAM it says 16.0 gigabytes of RAM. I have 2 sticks of 8. That's what came on mine, but on some PCs on this model, it'll only come with 8, but you can also upgrade it. You know, you can just buy another stick of RAM online at Staples or Best Buy or wherever. I also got Windows 10 Pro. This had Windows 7 previously, I went on Windows website and I upgraded to Windows 10 for free. But you have to make sure it says Windows specifications there. You have to make sure Windows is activated in order to get that free upgrade. Alright, so you'll see some CSGO, Counter-Strike Global Offensive gameplay here on your screen. You can tell at the bottom I added the FPS counter that's built in with the game. But I'm getting here around like 90 frames per second on average, which might be a little decreased because I am recording this with the graphics card feature that has the recording and streaming option. But you could use OBS, you can use XSplit, you can use almost any other software you want. So I'll include a couple clips here of CSGO just for you guys to check out. It's nothing really, not a huge decrease on my screen like I said, but it just depends on the parts that you put on your PC. So like I said, it's the Intel Core i5-4460 with 16 gigabytes of RAM. So I'll keep showing you guys a couple clips here just so you guys can get a familiar look at this. Alright, so on Google Drive, actually, I made a little spreadsheet here to show how much was spent on this PC build. So you can see the i5-4460 CPU, which came with this computer, the RAM. It had Windows 7, but I installed Windows 10 for free. So if we scroll down here, we can see all the upgrades that I have done. So this is all on my expense. So for you guys, for example, you will not need this Wi-Fi card, but I just decided to get one because it had a better connection, but this is optional. So there's stuff like that, like the mouse, you might get like a $20 mouse. The keyboard, you might get like a $10 keyboard, and so on and so on. And that goes with the monitor as well. So you see the price total is $695 plus $67. With all these amounts here, they go up. They're added with the tax, which is 6% here. But for example, I'm going to take some stuff out. So this Wi-Fi card you will not need. So I can just take that out. The Red Dragon keyboard as well. You might have a different type of mouse or a different type of keyboard. I can just take that out. The mouse, that's optional. But the monitor, it's all these things are necessary, but it's personal preference to what you want to buy and what your price range is. So I just delete these out of here. Same with the graphics card, you might have to find something at a much better price. So, but in my case, this PC here was given to me for free, which had the CPU and the RAM in there, so I can just take this off, the 119. The graphics card, which I got from a friend for actually $50, believe it or not. So, and then all this stuff I actually bought. So there's links here, so if I click a link, I can show you the price and everything. And this is Amazon, so if you're Amazon Prime, you can get this stuff in about 2 or 3 days max. So I can click one of these links and show you guys, especially the fans. We can take a look at the fans since this is a pretty popular mod that people do right away. So we can take a look at these. All right, so as you can see right here on Amazon, they're $23.99 plus tax. That might be around like $24.20 around there, I believe. But here's a little description on them. I read a lot of good reviews about this, so I just decided to stick with these. It has a remote control, so you can change your fan speed, your lights, the speed of the light and everything. It's really great. They have them in black and white. I got the white one just because it was like $1 cheaper. But I mean, it just depends. Like I said, personal preference. You might find something better somewhere, but this is just what I used. So for me, I spent around $171 in that price range for this whole build. So you guys can do the same thing if you just, you can use Facebook Marketplace or even eBay. I can show you the PC actually on eBay here. Alright, you can see on eBay here, this is what my PC used to look like. And that's the old case. And here you can see it has the same CPU, has 8 gigs of RAM, but like I said, you can just upgrade, add another stick in there. It has 2 terabyte hard drive, which is pretty good. And you can tell it's 120 plus shipping. Let's see what the shipping is, $25, so you're around like almost 130, which is not too bad. Some people say they don't have to upgrade the case, but in my opinion, you actually do, just because when you upgrade the power supply is usually right here at this corner up here where my mouse cursor is, and then the hard drive's over here, And then if you want to add a graphics card, you will not have room, because you want to add a graphics card in this slot here. This one has one. This one has a smaller graphics card, but the newer graphics card might be a little bit bigger, so you will not have room because the hard drives here will be in the way. And I wish I had a picture of the inside here, but this one actually comes with a graphics card, so that's pretty convenient. If you guys want, you could take this graphics card right here, sell it, get a little bit of money out of it, and then put that into a new graphics card, you know? So there's a lot of potential in these PCs out there. And this is a used one, obviously. Go on Facebook Marketplace, eBay. You can find this for days. You can see there's other ones up here, but you want to make sure you check. You want to make sure you check the CPU, make sure it's in working condition. It has pictures of the interior, that'd be even better. You can see some are already upgraded to Windows 10. Some have Windows 7, but it's a free upgrade if you're on the Windows website. But yeah, there's a lot of potential in these builds here. So if I were you guys, I wish I knew this many years ago, but I just didn't have anybody to give me this type of tips or information about PCs like this, because I assumed you had to buy everything new. But in this case, you really didn't have to. You know, you can get away with a $120 PC and then put in like another extra $170 in it in order to get it to the specs for gaming. Not just gaming, but recording and streaming as well. So right now I'm recording actually with the RX 580, and as you can tell, it's pretty good. It's pretty smooth. But yeah, that's going to conclude the video here. For $171 plus that PC here, I could include, just do like 120 or 130. For $291, you can get yourself up and running for the next few months until you get your feet on the ground and start upgrading parts. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.